Hello, perhaps I'm Z, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Let's talk to this fat guy some more.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I see. Aren't you gonna ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age.
I too am surprised by the resilience and athleticism of this tool I've been provided with. Tap your chest, I really like that.
Yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive.
Yeah, you're making fun of me.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Okay. Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on, could you really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Right, the gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in?
Yes, thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important, building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Does this mean if I do things for you, you'll get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
He is not.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
I'll talk to you about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help, like I'm helping you with your lost gun.
Alright.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
Alright, hold on a second. Alright. I am back. You might have not even noticed I was gone, but yeah. I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
You've heard wrong, Everett. We're not.
Oh, you're being too modest, my friend. But don't worry. This annoying thing I have is completely legal. I just need you to open a door.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Why didn't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
That's because I do.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
What do you mean by weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Fine, I'll accept the damn task.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
Yeah, shut up.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry.
Really? I have to get it from Manana?
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Oh, you
Mr.
motherfucker.
Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
You are a community leader. Help your community out.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
Yeah?
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
Oh no.
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And Jean, please take it easy with the race science. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race science.
Okay.
You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy.
Yeah. Love working with him. Wanted to go over a couple things about me, though.
Let's hear it, Harry.
Never mind.
Of course, Harry, of course.
I'm looking into your shady brew.
Details and amnesia. I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
What's in the container that's outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Something special about it. It was attached to Kvalsund crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Thank you. Thank you, Rhetoric. I'm pretty sure I'm just stupid. I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just
We're
pals.
all trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you get that nasty body down from the tree. And with finding your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Yeah?
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
You made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Ew.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Are you sure? I find it a little odd.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
Okay then, positive emotions it is. You like positive emotions.
Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
She seems to think you're lowballing her.
Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything.
This
I don't
is weird.
I don't want to talk to you again.
Soon,
I don't want to talk to you anymore. Is it a singing fish? It's actually kind of cool. Kind of despise you for having that cool thing.
Yes?
Remember the
What do you
case.
want to know?
Now that you've expected a scene, I want to know more about the pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say?
What kind of stupidity?
It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so there's a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north. It's about who doesn't.
So you volunteer to spoil it.
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoilsport.
I wonder what this says about me. I was sent by my station.
Tell him. Tell him why it's you.
Must be an augury. An apocalyptic omen sent by my people. Can you guess my message?
No.
There will be bloodletting. There will be a bloodletting of imaginable proportions. Unimaginable.
Oh no, it's very imaginable. We fail to place responsibility for the hanging. The harbor company see the situation is out of control, so they bring in private military, maybe a gunship. The Union responds in strength. Automatic fire. Local law enforcement solving one little homicide decides nothing. Not solving it can have real and calculable effects. Things can always get worse. Matter of fact, augury, we should move.
Okay, enough about this.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
He's actually glad it's addressed now.
Roy mentioned suicide, Sylvie's suicide joke. Give it a shot.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that
Dumb brain.
doesn't seem
Good for
you
nothing.
look dumb if you keep the lieutenant waiting for too long.
How do I leave this place again? Oh, through here? Oh, whoa, that's weird perspective. Yeah, that's really weird perspective. Okay. I talked to your boss. You wanna hear about it?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did.
Can we keep
yes,
this,
I did.
uh,
It's like Lady Larissa said
reading
when she
shorter?
opened up. Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm on.
Okay, and you've got nothing to say. You know what, just for shits and giggles, I will actually sweet talk this goddamn container.
You're back before the cargo container. It's drawn.
No, because it's not. It's stupid. Persuade the door open. How the fuck do you persuade a door open? I'm sorry, but it's like, how? Doesn't make sense. And also, it started snowing, and this is very pretty. I like it. Let's go. We have the key to this now. What's this? Oh, I can level up. How many levels do I have? 3. I see. I might want to do Motor X +1, but it's not like I need that right now. Should I? I don't like a save. I can't. These pluses don't actually increase the value. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Well then, I don't really need any of these. Volition is low, but I don't care right now. It's because of damage. It's because I'm damaged. That's literally why. But I don't care enough right now that volition is low. Could try and persuade the door open, but I think that's a really stupid idea. So right now we're just gonna keep our points. There's really nothing I want. You, Measurehead.
Nobody. Don't say anything. Size him up first.
I have police business with you.
That is you reek of it. An invisible sword of
I just drink a little on the weekends.
Moves. Occident.
Show him the ham still got it.
First, let me make this clear. I'm not a drunk. I'm a cop. I just drink every now and then. Everyone does. Just need to help you. Need you.
You game.
Need the help
you
on my job.
dominate. You will be...
It is, baby.
I don't
yeah.
care.
You know it.
Just cooperate with me. Your people have probably killed a man.
Enough with this begging. Bring your the walls will be lined with
Everard told
bottles
us,
of
told you to help us get the body down from
Will be
the
lovely
tree.
beverage. Inside, we will store the oaths to homosexuality. So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
What if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it down ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Alright then.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Let's ask the obvious yet also incredibly obvious answered question. Why are you with Measurehead?
Look at him. His craniometric perfection. Are you cops or what?
Yeah, we're the law around here.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
He's breaking the fucking tree. This is insane.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I've seen enough of the dead body.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everard's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
Spoken by a mercenary pretending to be a worker.
Yes, I'm an unbelievably corrupt cop. I'm corrupt every opportunity I get.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then,
Kuno?
the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Uh-oh. Kuno? Oh.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself.
There's been no side choosing.
Well-sided
Shut up.
will raise victor. And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
You know something about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
No. But also, I couldn't care less. That's what that door leads to. Hey, I've talked to your man. Your big man.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Labor Utopia.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everyone said you have a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
Said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity and I took it. I'm a hustle grinder.
I'm not so sure about the hustle grind, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in, this jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task? This weasel person? When he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Who he is, and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share.
Aye.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
That's very true. That's very true. But the stuff you do aligns admirably well with the World Republic. Why not call yourself a communist?
I have nothing against communists. They are honorable boyaderos. And they have good analysis. But my own code serves me well. If my code starts failing, a code can fail a man as well as a man can fail a code, then I will have to submit to a new one, which may well be communism.
Sounds like you're a communist who thinks he isn't doing enough to call himself one.
See, I'm primarily a lazy person.
I like that. The boss man Everett. What can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does boss in the union
I
entail?
guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
I see.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That does seem lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door.
I really like this guy. You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing.
You know, I kind of enjoy talking to him, mostly because he brings up subjects that have to do, I guess, sort of with politics and philosophy. And as much as those two subjects are often, hated when it comes to conversations, because like, oh, let's not get into politics. Oh, let's not, get too philosophical. It is also, I think it's what fascinates me. I really like philosophy as a whole. Politics interests me a bit as well. I think they are fascinating in the way how people think, and mostly politics as a whole, not specific politics for like a country or even more local. but I think it ties into philosophy quite well, and I really enjoy philosophy. I've been reading philosophy books, and you know, generally, I like to keep myself at least a bit informed about the things that go on around me, because I certainly can tell you that I spent a part of my life ignoring that and, you know, looking past what I should have been learning and gathering information from. Books in general, I've started reading for a while now, and I really enjoy them. But it does take a different mindset than one of a person who plays video games all day in order to properly read and understand a good book. And it's been a difficult time trying to transition myself to a person who can understand a good book and read one as a whole. And, you know, I'm still slow at reading, but it doesn't matter because I still get it done, and I really enjoy the books I read. But I think it's much more important to be a diverse man than to be someone who is specifically doing one certain thing, but not very well. Look, if you do one certain thing very well, go ahead. Go all for it. But if I was to tell you, oh yeah, I play video games. Oh, I don't do anything else. But are you very good at video games? No. I'm just decent. I'm just okay. I know a bit more than the average guy, yeah. Then that's not really okay, right? Therein lies the issue where I wanted to fix that, because me not being that great at video games, I couldn't really do anything incredible like, oh, I'm great at speedrunning, oh, I'm great at, you know, this one game that I play every single day, oh, I'm great at this or that or whatever. So I decided to change things up. I you know, took up this as a hobby, which eventually led to me being able to express what's going on in my head a lot clearer. And not only that, but I feel like it certainly changed the way I speak and changed my perspective on conversations, because I can now proudly go on within a conversation without having to rely on the certainty that the other person knows what I'm talking about, because I know I can talk to myself and make the other person understand. That's what I'm doing right now. To you, if you're listening to this, right, it sounds basically like I'm sort of having a conversation with you, right? You've never said anything this entire conversation, but it sounds like I've been having one with you directly, right? It's that ability to make it seem like the other person knows what you're talking about that really helps when it comes to building character, I'd say. And I really did want to build my character, and I feel like I've picked up a lot of skills and a lot of new interests, and I think that's very good, both for my mental and, you know, my knowledge in general. Because being diverse, as I said, I think is one of the best things that one can do, because not only will it lead you to discovering who you truly are and what you truly enjoy doing, but it will also help you when it comes to just general conversation. As I was talking, if someone comes up to you, you might have interests that they share, maybe not as how do I say it, not obsessive about them as they are, but maybe not as in depth or as knowledgeable as they are, right, about said subject, but you will at least be able to hold ground and say, oh yes, well, you talked about this one thing, right? I may not know that much about that one thing, but I do know that this thing that correlates with it, I know a bit about this. You want to talk about this? You want to compare the two? Want to make me understand that one thing you're talking about, that point of view you have, that whatever, you know? And I really like this guy because he talks exactly as I want to end up one day being able to talk. Such an open mind, someone who's thought a lot and definitely knows how to answer your average question and your more in-depth one. He always has an answer, regardless of if its general opinion or its outlook as a whole is good or bad. He owes it to himself that answer is true to him, and I really respect that. Besides that, I think that, you know, talking to him, I found his conversation very, very entertaining, and I think he's a very well-made character. He really resonates with me as a whole. I feel certainly most characters have not this game. I must say that most characters have certainly felt like they weren't one note, but they were certainly sided towards something, an aspect of life, and I think that is a choice, not necessarily to make the characters, you know, more relatable to this person or that person, but simply to reflect what a man becomes when he sides too much with one thing. Because as you can see, the character we're playing, evidently drunk a bit too much, is a bit too careless about his own health and well-being. Therefore, it led him to a lot of loss. Other characters, on the other hand, represent more general subjects like Evrart with his gluttony and corruption, Kitsuragi with his indifference and knowledge, right? It's stuff like this that I really enjoy. I think this character has really clicked with me in a way that I didn't expect. And now that I've talked some more with him, you know, I can say that I've had this little conversation, this little monologue that I've had, and I can say I really enjoy talking to him. And he's made me able to bring up some subjects in conversation that I didn't think I'd have the chance to, because you don't always get the chance to talk about this kind of stuff. And I'm sorry that I'm taking up part of the video just talking about nonsense for most people, but you know, I do appreciate the moments every now and then when I can talk about whatever the hell I want, just what goes on in my mind, you know. I really appreciate them, because you don't always get to, as I said. It's certainly a nice comfort and luxury to do that. Although there's also another thing about this guy that I'd like to talk about, but you know, maybe it's better off that we leave it for some other time.
The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider, if need be, an endless torrent of time.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Let's change the topic.
The man was...
Oh, sorry, Manano. I really want to talk to you some more because you're really entertaining, but it seems I won't get the chance to. Save game right here because I want to talk to you.
Right to work! Right to work!
Are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines?
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
His neck muscles tense up. The veins on his neck bulge.
Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking wrong. How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now. Somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time. The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow.
Are you able to help me decipher some tattoos?
Don't think so.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
Investigator murders. The tattoos were on the victim's body.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. You see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths.
Yeah.
He's clenching his teeth. There is silent pressure behind them.
Can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means.
He points to a tiny star in the web of lines away from the man's heart, almost on the stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yeah.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
With some strange emotion, this is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
You're it.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon. At dawn, He comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Did nothing.
She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason, the kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God, Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach. There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless, odorless. It's...
You were there?
No, I was in the domain, in Jamrock, being a bouncer.
Can I have it back?
Go ahead.
All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
Interesting. Well then, I'm kind of out of time for this episode, so I'm gonna leave it right here. If you enjoyed this episode, leave it a like. Have an awesome rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow.